So I'm starting in the 1950s. Like I said, this was a brand new thing, right? Having people sitting watching TV was a brand new thing. And so they wanted to market some things. Now, I hope I don't blow your ears out. The sound on this one is bad.
They fell in love, were married, and they lived happily ever after. In real life, however, a girl has to work at living happily ever after. First off, our heroine decided to stay beautiful, slim, and attractive. So she went for long walks. Then she engaged in competitive sports. Very competitive sports. And she won a lot of trophies. Now there's a romantic couple. Well, she still is beautiful, slim, and attractive. No wonder, since she sensibly follows the modern trend toward lighter diet. And today's Pepsi Cola goes along. Never heavy or too sweet. It refreshes without filling. So whenever the occasion calls for the modern, light refreshment, so does our heroine. Have a Pepsi. And on this light modern note, our story ends.
So keep in mind, you better stay slim, and Pepsi's going to be your key to that. So that's important to remember. All right. So this is Barbie's very first commercial. So this is Barbie's television debut. You're going to see some themes about weddings. Quite a few themes about weddings.
My body's gone I'm falling so cute, the closest figure looks so the dancing altering the bell, the heart she will cast the spell, Prince's hat and gloves glow, and all the gadgets glow.
Barbie dress for swim and fun is only $3. The lovely fashions range from $1 to $5. Look for Barbie wherever dolls are sold.
Someday I'm gonna shoot you that you like me, till then I know just what I'll do for you. Beautiful Barbie, I'll make believe that I am you.
Tell us, tell. Well,
Focus on some of the lyrics on these. What am I supposed to be doing with Barbie? I'm going to pretend I'm you. And where are they really focusing? You want to get married, right? All the girls want to get married. And they got to stay slim and fit. So then you started seeing a shift, right? 1950s, women are all staying home being housewives. 1960s, you start to see a change. But, you know, you have these, so marketers are trying to go, okay, we've got traditional values, but we've got women entering the workforce, but we still have traditional values. So how do we balance those out? So we got a variety of approaches here. This one's very quiet. Just a second. Yeah, she's serving him his coffee while he's shaving, because, you know, that's what you do.
how can such a pretty wife make such bad coffee?
I heard that.
Susie, what's making you over?
Oh, Mrs. Olsen, Frank cried about my coffee again.
Oh, is coffee a problem?
Sure is. I can't make good coffee.
Good coffee is no problem.
It uses the coffee with better flavors. Folgers. Folgers coffee?
Yes, Folgers is different. They blend is special. And Folgers is mountain grown coffee.
Mountain grown?
That's the richest kind. You try it.
Your coffee, sir.
Oh, thanks, honey.
You're welcome.
It's great, huh?
How can such a pretty wife make such great coffee?
I heard that.
Try
Oops, sorry.
Folgers, the mountain grown coffee. Mountain grown for better flavors.
That's right. So your duty is to feed your man coffee whilst he's prepping for his job, right? And you got ego wrapped up in that. Now you've also got, I mean, most of these gender stereotypes, I will say, are focusing on women and women's roles and women's objectification. But you also have stuff for the men. So this is a Wild Root ad. And some of these we're going to get ads before the ads. Sorry. Because, you know, what happens when you get free content.
When something catches Charlie's eye and makes his pulse rate climb, he's a whistle weekend. Wild Root, he gets her every time.
That's because Wild Root grooms clean as a whistle, quick as a wink, works fast, disappears in your hair, grooms with no greasiness at all. That's why
When Charlie sees a lovely girl, a girl like yours or mine, he uses a whistle a weekend. Wild Root, he gets her every time.
So who's that at marketing to? Yeah, the men, right? It's not marketing the women. It's saying if you're not careful, slick fellers like Charlie are going to take your woman because all it takes is a wink and a whistle and good hair. And she's yours, yes. So this is starting to focus on people who are working.
If you're a city slicker like Ann Foster, you come from Waterloo, Iowa. You learned fast and wanted to read your newspaper in half, to order Danish, not sweet rolls, almost like cardboard coffee. But this you do hold on to. Every woman needs to be herself at times. Your answer? Baking. Baking good, baking often with gold medal flour. Little kitchen, true. Strange oven, also true. But you feel about gold medal the way most women do. You count on gold medal. Trust it so much you don't sift anymore. Gold medal flour is that fine, that uniform, that dependable. It gives you a feeling of confidence right down to your fingertips. What some call a white thumb. Couldn't your baking use this touch of gold medal confidence? Your white thumb?
So what have we learned about women when they want to be true to themselves? They bake. They bake. That's right. So you might be working and all, but when you want to really be you, you have to bake some cakes for somebody.
If your wife won't let you buy a Volvo, let her drive one. That'll really do the job. Once she gets the feel of it, she might like knowing you're getting a car that in most cases lasts long enough to get people out of new car payments and into new furniture payments or swimming pool payments or fur coat. Of course, if she still seems to have some doubts, let her drive a Volvo with automatic transmission. She'll feel right at home with that.
So what's our stereotype there? Women can't drive. And that one's going to come up again. One of my favorites here. So now we are starting to enter like the full second wave feminism, right? We got the 1960s, 1970s. Women are in the workforce. Women are going to college. They are getting educated. But if you're a marketer, those people are still young, right? What's your majority demographic? The folks who were raised in the 40s who are the primary money earners right now. So you still want to appeal to the people who really have the money, right? Marketers don't target 20-year-olds as much as they target 35-year-olds because 35-year-olds have more spending power. So they're trying to find balances here in independent women, but still, and even the independent women of that era were still not what we would think of today. So this is, speaking of sexism with women can't drive, this is one of my favorites ever.
Condition, you can get incredible mileage from the Goodyear Custom Wide Tread Polyglass tire.
I've got 32,000 miles on my tire.
I've got 41,000 miles on my Polyglass.
But Polyglass means more than mileage when your wife has to drive alone. a woman's at the wheel, polyglass means more than mileage. Depending on how you drive.
Was that not terrifying? You see how scary driving is? It's really scary. There's so many signs. There's so many things you have to pay attention to. Potholes. And do you see how grateful she was to slide over and let him take the wheel? Yeah, it's really hard to be a woman. And as your job as a man is to protect them, so, you know. This is a great one, but there's no sound to it, so. Not the one I wanted, but it'll do. Oh, yeah, it is. That's not. It works.
We're a nation of sightseers, and this is one of our nation's most beautiful sights. The kind of girl watchers watch. The kind of girl who keeps her favorite, keeps her cool. With the help of ice-cold Diet Pepsi-Cola. One bottle, 1 calorie. And that honest to Pepsi taste. The one taste that beats the others cold. Diet Pepsi. Try it. Someone will be watching.
So what's the message there about being stared at by men, though? It's good. You should be flattered. It is a compliment. And it is still your responsibility to make sure that, because that's what you want, right? You want to have a figure that makes men look at you. Or, in the cases of a stay-at-home wife, you want to have a figure that makes your husband still think about you, so that he might not be distracted with other women. So there's this one, which is one of my faves.
When you can't be with him, be in his mind. Be a mind sticker with a shape you can't forget.
Do you want to have a good shape? He wants you with a good shape. Shape with tab.
Tab can help you stay in his mind. It's sugar-free and it tastes better than any Diet Cola. Because the Coca-Cola Company wouldn't have it any other way. You know, keeping your shape in shape has its rewards. Enjoy Tab and be a mind sticker.
That's
I truly think we need to bring back mine.
seriously, like, that's so, I mean, we watched this one earlier. Like, who sat there in that room and said, yeah, that's the catchphrase. That's the one. That's what we want. And then this is just, again, male lust is something you should be striving for.
To keep in shape, I jog every day, and I lunch on Seago to help control my weight, because Seago's delicious. A completely balanced, low-calorie diet meal. A lot of nutrition without a lot of calories.
And Seago's great for my ego.
Now Seago comes in a powder. And
That's the key bit. They talk about Seagull, but if we were to see a woman being followed by a pack of men at this point in time in history, would we say, good for her? Look how hot she is. All the men want her. She should be so flattered. Well, yeah. What is she thinking? I don't know. Right. All right, so we're going to start seeing now, as the younger generation is starting to get into money and as sexual attitudes are starting to change, they're trying to balance this stuff. So you'll see some interesting efforts here.
I think women are becoming a little more frightened to men these days. Maybe because we're freer to do much more. But some men aren't intimidated at all. They enjoy our freedom. Those are the men I like. And you know, those are the men who wear English leather cologne. English leather fits the way they live. It's so clean and natural, and I love it. So all my men wear English leather. Or they wear nothing at all.
Okay. So, yeah, what's the key phrase? All my men. What's the implication? Lord. She is sexually free, right? This was part of the sexual revolution. So now they're incorporating this idea that yes, women might be having sex for recreation, and hey men, you need to be stepping up your game if you want to get laid because she expects you to be okay with her freedoms, right?
Well, she said or nothing at all.
Or nothing at all, right?
I mean, there's options.
Apparently, if you walk around nude, that's also okay, right? But if you're going to wear clothes, you better wear English leather if you want her attention.
I just want to know if she's listening.
Here, now.
We had grown most places, now she comes around to the light. Getting there was hot fun, you see that woman's day has come to the light. Her hands will make you smile and something sexy. Victory holds no regret and now part of the set to the light.
Now, oops.
Here.
Back to know that you're wearing Hanes.
Right. So they're acknowledging that women are entering boardrooms and going in new places, but they're still supposed to be sexy. It's still important that you be sexy. Yes.
Feel it in the air, elation,
Brand new fragrance from Impulse.
excitement everywhere,
If a man you've never met before suddenly gives you flowers, that's elation. The exciting new fragrance from Impulse.
Again, do we want men that we've never met before suddenly giving us flowers? I mean, some people might, but usually no. That's usually not appealing. But I have that one in particular because we're going to see an Axe body spray commercial in a second. Same idea, very different version. So what happened here is we started to have a shift in society, and women started to become empowered, and women started to enter the workforce, and female expectations for males started to shift, and you started to see a backlash from men arguing that they're being too feminized. And so you start to see a shift in some of the marketing and some of the culture where they're like, okay, we're jacking up all the gender roles here. So this one,
solar panels. The number one reason is not about sunlight, weather.
Not all that long ago, the rules were clear. Dads went to work, moms raised the kids. But times change. Now dads have to be moms and moms have to be dads. And isn't it nice to know some of you can have a real sit-down dinner when one of them isn't there? Swanson, we make real meals for real life.
so what are the key, give me a couple key things. I know we don't have a lot of time. A couple key things you're hearing there.
Men can't cook, they have to have TV dinners.
Men can't cook, right? You can't expect a man to learn how to cook. And if he is providing food for his children, he is being a what? A mom. And if she is working and bringing in money, she's being a dad, right? They're really struggling with these.
Well, this is shortly after Mom came out.
Yes.
So there's a huge
Right.
shift there with that film.
This bizarre concept that men could do these things, right? But they can't be expected to be able to do them well. That's just unreasonable. Right. Right. Exactly. I mean, better than no parent home at all. But Swanson's going to make it okay. Because your children will still get nutritious food when you're not there to cook for them, because we can give your husband some pre-made food. So. What's your message? I have no idea. I have no idea who he is. Not a clue? What? What's the message? Manly men will take your girl, you big fat wimp. You're trying to get, first off, you smacked her in the face because you don't even know how to play ball. And secondly, you couldn't just go in and rescue her because you're a civilized, effeminized man, and we need real men. And apparently she can't swim. Yeah, she gets knocked in the pool and just floats there until somebody picks her up. All right. So now we've got rapid change. Right? I mean, and from the last 20 years has seen the most rapid change in gender roles, gender expectation, interpretations, perceptions, definitions of gender that this country has ever seen. So marketers are struggling, right? How do we capture this? There was a couple that were offensive. This one was very offensive. If you know the history of the song it's mocking, that was a feminist liberation song. And they turned it into this one, which, listen to the lyrics on this one in particular. They're important. Hang on. Okay, wait. No, there we go. We'll start over. Sound is low.
I am man, hear me roar. And numbers too big to ignore. And I'm way too hungry to settle for chick food. Cause my stomach's starting to growl. And I'm going on the prowl for a Texas double whopper. Man, that's good. Oh yes, I'm a guy. I'll admit I've been fed quiche. Wait, tofu, bye-bye. Now it's shawarma beef I reach. I will eat this meat till my age turns into an alley. I am starved. I am incorrigible. Now I can smell a big burger, beef, bacon, jalapeno, good thing down. Texas double whopper. Eat like a man.
Yeah, eat like a man. Did you catch the lyric? My favorite part of that lyric. I will eat this meat till my innie turns into an outie. Yeah. That's awesome. Then this commercial was not on for very long at all because it got yanked because it was fairly offensive. So, but nonetheless, it was made and someone thought it was a good idea.
A recent study has shown that calcium may reduce the symptoms of PMS. Got milk.
Yeah, that one got yanked. They pulled that one. They pulled that one really quick. I don't know why. But you see this theme of men becoming victims of domestication, right? This is sort of becoming more popular here. This is also probably inappropriate, but
be like, what the f is in your mug? And I would just tell them.
Yeah, what is? I don't know. Kind of speaks for itself on that one. Yeah, that's the thing, right? I look at these, I'm like, oh, look at these 80s. No, 2006, right? And these are the Old Spice commercials from 2007. I gave you two because it was the same ad campaign that your man should smell like a man, not like a lady.
I used to think it didn't matter what deodorant I chose. Dumb
This test shows that Old Spice is the right choice. Old Spice performs in middleman situations like basketball, recon, and Frenchie. Try Old Spice, and if you still don't think it's awesome, call 1-800-PROVE-IT, and they'll buy you a stick of something that smells like wildflowers and shame. Take the Old Spice challenge. I did.
Yeah, so there's that. And also, they actually had to put a disclaimer on there to clarify that Old Spice does not in fact make hair grow, because people were confused.
Hello, ladies. Look at your man. Now back to me. Now back at your man. Now back to me. Sadly, he isn't me. But if he stopped using lady-scented body wash and switched to Old Spice, he could smell like it's me. Look down. Back up. Where are you? You're on a boat with the man your man could smell it. What's in your hand? Back at me. I am. It's an oyster with 2 tickets to that thing you love. Look again. The tickets are now diamond. Anything is possible when your man smells like Old Spice and not a lady. I'm on a horse.
So yeah, but there's also a shift here from women should be looking great to attract men to men now have to start doing things to attract women. And so we're starting to see a slight cultural change on some of these. And then this whole men are being too domesticated and it's an injustice theme is getting pretty strong here too.
I will get up and walk the dog at 6:30 a.m. I will eat some fruit as part of my breakfast. I will shave. I will clean the sink after I shave. I will be at work by 8 a.m. I will sit through 2-hour meetings. I will say yes when you want me to say yes. I will be quiet when you don't want to hear me say no. I will take your call. I will listen to your opinion of my friends. I will listen to your friends' opinions of my friends. I will be civil to your mother. I will put the seat down. I will separate the recycling. I will carry your lip balm. I will watch your vampire TV shows with you. I will take my socks off before getting into bed. I will put my underwear in the basket. And because I do this, I drive the car I want to drive. Charger. Hands past second.
Yeah. So what's our theme here? Yes. How dare you ask men to do basic civilities around the house without crushing their spirits? Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, you have to have your true manhood. You have to have these options. Okay, that's working. Because the true spirit of man is wild and untamed and uncivilized, and you're crushing his spirit, right? So, so I'm just going to whip through some of these. Now, some of these you will not have seen on TV, but I just liked them so much. I mean, they were part of an ad campaign. They just weren't on TV much. Now you're starting to see a real shift to embracing empowerment of women in some ways that might still be sexist and objectifying and might be interesting and hard. It's a hard call. So, okay.
It's the cradle of life. It's the center of civilization. Over the ages and throughout the world, men have fought for it, battled for it, even died for it. One might say it's the most powerful thing on earth.
So come on, ladies, show it a little love. Cleansing washing cloths from Summer's Eve. Hail to the V.
Well, you know, for going with female empowerment, I mean, that's, you know, okay, thank you. So, yeah. Now, quite the contrast to the feminine body spray where men were running up and giving them flowers. No, women are just going to sexually attack them, apparently. So, there's that. And this one also is a bit, I'm just going to keep rolling these. If you got to go, you got to go. If you can stay, there's not that many left, but they're pretty good ones.
It was the beginning of summer, and no one knew me at camp. I was just a big random loser. Then, things changed. I got my period. The red patch of courage. I was the first one to get it, so I was like the expert. I became the camp gyno.
I'm a queen because no tripping. I got everything here, man. I'm a queen.
It's a serious responsibility. From now on, you get these from me. I'm like a counselor now. Listen up, ladies. Menstruation demonstration. For these campers, I was their sword, your shield. It's like I'm Joan and their badge is the other. Suck it up and deal with it. I guess the power got to my head a little bit. This is your life now. Popularity can do that. But as quickly as it began, it was over. Girls stopped coming to their appointments. Then, I found out why. The whole camp started getting friggin' care packages in the mail with tampons and panty liners and candy. Perfectly timed to their cycle. It's like Santa for your vagina. How could a camp guy compete with that?
Hello Flow. And I didn't know if Hello Flow stayed in business, but it did. So Hello Flow is still out there. Yes, doing what it's doing. Yeah, good thing. All right, so I got this one in here, I think.
Ah, Lily. She pretty much lives in her favorite princess dress. And she's not exactly tidy. Even if she gets a stain, she'll wear it for a week straight. So I use Tide to get out those week old stains and Downy to get it fresh and soft. And since I'm the one who has to do the laundry, I do what any expert dad would do. I let her play sheriff. I got 20 minutes to life.
You are free to go.
Tide and Downy, great on their own, even better together.
So what are you seeing now in terms of male roles, right? Is he being oppressed? No. He's very happy. He is just taking care of his child. So I mean, we're really starting to see a shift here. And then this is, again, this would not have been on the airwaves really, but it was so cute. I couldn't ignore it. This is Barbie 2015 as opposed to 1950.
Hello, my name is Gwyneth, and I'll be your professor today. And I will be talking about the brain. Hello, I'm your veterinarian today. Nope, I'm Dr. Brooklyn. See?
Okay, doctor.
Oh, here, let me see. Good morning, everyone. I'm your new coach. My name is Maddie. Nice to meet you. I had the most fantastic day in the office. You'll never believe what happened. We got that new business I wanted. You ever seen a fly?
Anything what?
Fly?
No.
My cat can fly.
Okay.
The dog's brain can't think as much as the human's brain because there's no high school for the dog. This is Peter, the Triceratops. Peter is 1 year old. to T-Rex Sally is 1,002,252 years old. Knees up like a unicorn. Higher, higher. I've been to New York, Transylvania, Pennsylvania. We can think and do lots of stuff with our brain. Now, does anybody know how big the brain is? Anybody? Sophia. It is medium. Medium. Very good.
So yeah, I kind of like that full circle where Barbie is now all about exploring your career options and imagining who you could be as a person instead of just imagining getting married. So that's a perk. Like I said, I'm just going to run through these. If you got to go, you got to go. But since it's being recorded, hopefully we can get the whole thing done. So this is now, to clarify, this is now very modern era, okay, within the last 5 years. And you're going to see a couple of things that we would have never seen on TV before.
You know that I waited for 2 weeks and I didn't get tickets? Yeah, every day. You know, I thought and I really love it.
Secret, stress tested for women.
So you've got transgender folks showing up. That's new. This one was very powerful, and they got in a lot of trouble. Hang on.
homem teve uma ideia inovadora: criar uma linha de fragrança.
Hang on. Gillette got a lot of people pissed off at them for this commercial, which ran during the Super Bowl.
The Me Too movement against sexual harassment.
Masculinity.
Is this the best a man can get? Is it? We can't hide from it.
Sexual harassment is taking over.
It's been going on far too long. We can't laugh it off.
What I actually think she's trying to say.
Making the same old excuses.
Boys will be boys. Boys will be boys. Boys will be boys.
But something finally changed.
Allegations regarding sexual assault and sexual harassment.
That's what she says.
And there will be no going back. Because we believe in the best in men.
Come on.
To say the right thing. To act the right way.
Not cool. Not cool.
Some already are. In ways big
Yo, men.
and small.
I am strong.
But some is not enough.
So how we treat each other, okay?
Because the boys watching today will be the men of tomorrow.
And if you're thinking, oh my gosh, so wonderful, what a great thing that they're embracing this, that wasn't the general reaction. General reaction was fury at them. Here's another secret commercial just from a couple years ago.
Give it everything you got. Strength of a lioness, tough as a lion. Rocking the stage and we're never gonna stop. All straight, no sweat, just in case you forgot. It's time to pull each other up, 'cause you know we're not backing down. Together we're standing tall with our wheels on solid ground. Work so hard, give it everything you got. Strength of a lioness, tough as a lion. Rocking the stage and we're never gonna stop. All straight, no sweat, just in case you forgot. All straight.
So, and one of the things I want to point out about that and that changing theme is that it's really no longer about how women appear to men. And that's a major shift. For most of women's advertising, we're about appealing to men, and that's just about doing what
We
you
see
want.
you, dads. We see you teaching, innovating, holding
on the home front and the front lines. We see you loving, living, entertaining,
Oh, hang on.
and looking at. We see you, dads. Thanks for showing us what it means to dad on.
So again, that's a traditionally female product, Dove is. And now men being nurturing caregivers is just considered the norm. So this is the last one I got. This is from this year.
What's up, Jones? Jones. You want to be loved. You want to have fun with anyone. See you hanging about Jones.
Jones. Jones. Jonettes? Yeah, it's keeping up with the Joneses now.
Try to keep up. Whoever you are.
Stay
Whoever you are.
all new time.
So I threw this one in there. Why? Driving badass trucks is not just for men, right? And I love their generational grab here, right? Now, if you're young, you might not immediately recognize Tommy Lee Jones, but he is a hero to like people my age. He's been a badass in movies forever, and he doesn't even know who the hell the Jonas Brothers are, right? So it's trying to sort of pull all this in, but you don't have to be male to want a big, exciting truck, and you don't have to be male to be competitive, and you don't have, you know. So anyway, I just liked it. So yeah, sorry I ran us a little over time, but that, you know, that's our quick, dirty tour, and you can see where the shift is. Are we going to be seeing a backlash to some of the attitudes that emerged 5 to 7 years ago? Yes, and we are in this country seeing a backlash to transgender people being open and available and treated like other people, and you know, we're seeing a backlash. So we'll just see, you know, we'll see where the culture goes. But anyway, that's what we got. So sorry about the tech issues, but you know, we still got to see him, so it's all good. So I will see you guys